little bit more horsepower, a little bit more torque. Here we go. The gate drops. Pro Moto number 1 is underway. The one on the inside, they're side by side. I give the advantage to the 513 of LeBlanc. They're 3 wide over the tire stack.
Yeah, they're pushing. Look how much they're pushing. They're already hitting elbows. Elbows are sticking out. They're being aggressive, but you got to be smart right now and just get yourself up front. Tristan Hart has done that, Cooper Abbott, and then Johnny Walker.
Kind of wheelies over the logs in this side of that corner right here. Throwing a little roost at Cooper Abbott back in second. It looks like Walker's already into third, and here comes Max Gersten now into fourth.
And I think Johnny Walker on the 22 doesn't want to let Tristan Hart go. Look at him cutting inside. Tries to be a little aggressive with Cooper Abbott on the number 12.
And that's one of the few passing points we talked about earlier today.
There's not a lot of spots the pros have been talking about passing, but the problem is by doing that, if you can't make that pass, guess what? You're letting Tristan Hart build a bigger gap.
Over the progressive finish line, still in second right now. Cooper Abbott has his hands full. Walker's looking for a way around. Abbott's running a great race so far.
Yeah, but Johnny's not going to be too patient here soon. He's going to start getting aggressive because he can see how Tristan Hart is pulling away. He might cut it back under him. There he goes. And watch this guy through the rocks. So good. Even took a line away from Cooper, which was smart. He was clean. Double that, which we saw a couple of guys do in the hot laps, but not too many riders.
I don't know if he's going to catch those lap riders. If he does, it might be in that firewood pit. That might be bad news.
And I think Tristan Hart's going to have to make a mistake. Again, Tristan Hart is so consistent, just really smart, mentally, physically, and right here, he just taking his time. We talked about that. Just smooth. He wasn't trying to be aggressive through that.
Checkered flag is out right there, and your winner, Tristan Hart, on the Red Bull KTM. Here comes Johnny Walker, second place. You've got to get off the line, off the gate. Here we go. The gate drops into that first obstacle. On the inside, it was the 10, but on the outside is 575. Right through the middle comes the 6 of Collins.
Yeah, we had a couple of the top guys go down in the back of the pack, too. And look at, we talk about getting to the front the quickest, and look at number 1 already up to 4th, it looks like.
Tristan Hart's on the move. He's right behind Tim Apole as they go through the Rocky Mountain Rock Garden.
And then again, look at, there's some good riders in the back of the pack. Number 12, Cooper Abbott, I see him last, so he was one of the ones who went down on that log.
Ty Collins in the lead on the 6 bike. He's been on our circuit for quite a while, took some time off, and here comes the old man, the 575. Nick Thompson is right there.
But again, I'm looking for the top guys. There's Johnny Walker, there's Colton Haker, there's Tristan Hart having a little issue in that firewood pit.
And Hart got a big mouthful of dirt, a roost from the bike just ahead of him. I believe that was from Thompson. Right now, it's Collins up the log wall. Now making his way down. Up the inside comes Thompson.
Hart. We talked about hard passes. It's hard to pass here for a lot of these top pros. Again, that's that firewood pit. You're talking about Tristan Hart, one of the best riders in the world, having an issue. But again, look how much he did it, how good he did by tripling that log section.
We've got a new leader. Nick Thompson, the 575, goes to the lead. Tristan Hart comes along with him up to second. Collins has dropped back to third.
And I think Tristan Hart's going to be a little aggressive here to get around. Going to cut underneath him. Again, he might have to take that right line. That's not the best line in the rocks, but you don't want to be following him because you're not going to pass him that way.
Colton Haker right there, a solid third, and here comes Johnny Walker on the Triumph. He is in fourth. They're all in the same corner at the same time.
And these second, third, and fourth, those are the guys that are going for this win for sure right now.
Collins has dropped back to fifth right now. The 575, Nick Thompson out in front. He's got company. Here comes Tristan Hart, shoves it up the inside.
Nick Thompson.
Thompson goes down right in front of Haker.
Again, look at that, showing you how tough that section is, how much a mistake can cost you in that firewood pit.
And Johnny Walker takes full advantage and jumps into second place. There is your leader, doubling through the middle of that corner. The 1 bike trying to finish it up. Walker, again, another nice, solid, consistent run, but it's not going to be good enough to take the Moto win, I don't think, unless Hart makes a mistake. He's got a lapper just ahead.
Tristan Hart is just so consistent. Does again, nothing, he's not a flashy guy, just makes things look beautiful.
There is your winner, Pro Moto number 2, the 1 bike, Tristan Hart taking the win. The RPMs come up, the gate drops. Who's going to get the Chirby's hole shot? The 22, the 1, and the 10 are all side by side. Haker's on the outside. Walker shoves it up the inside. Walker to the lead. Hart jumps into that corner.
Yeah,
look at that.
Haker. Oh no! That's going to hurt Johnny Walker again. That's going to be a big one.
And Webb slides through and goes into second. It's Hart out in front. Webb in the 2 spot on the big number 2. And Walker still in third somehow.
Johnny Walker still up to third. That's pretty amazing how he recovered from that.
And there is Hensey on the 53 showing his way to the front. Hart out in front. That is not what everybody wants to see. Here we go for the first time through the firewood pit with the water.
I wanted to see what was going to happen, and it looks like these guys have a good job at carrying enough momentum where you're going to see some guys farther back, like right now. They're starting to get stuck there, and that's going to be tough.
So the water will not only be in there, but it's going to stay on those motorcycles up over the next few obstacles, make those obstacles slicker.
Well said, Scotty. That's exactly what's going to happen. So that was old school EnduroCross where we used to have firewood pit, but Cody Webb sticking right with them, which is probably a good thing for Tristan Hart because he's not going to let Johnny Walker get by around quick easily. As I said that, it looks like he might have got him right there. He would be totally fine with that because overall, big picture, he's leaving with the red plate and the overall win.
They know the points going into this one, every bit of them.
Well said. That's exactly it. Johnny Walker doubling in there.
Oh.
Yeah, I knew that was going to have to be aggressive, and Johnny knows he needs to get around him right away. And I wonder if he's going to be aggressive coming into this, maybe pull a little Hayden Deegan coming into this last moto here.
Walker's having to try a different line right there. He's on the back tire.
And for longer lap times in their higher 40s, there's a lot of guys already getting lapped here. So these two are just pushing on the next level.
Look at all the lappers ahead of the
Correct.
leaders. Here comes the 1, and the 22 is right there, Johnny Walker. They've both won 4 motos so far coming into tonight. Now Hart has won 6. Walker wants another one.
And Tristan Hart has not finished second or worse in like 14 or 15 rounds, which is pretty impressive. Or third or worse, I should say. He's finished either first or second.
That is insane. Look at all the traffic. The 1 and the 22 are nose to tail into the Rocky Mountain Rock Garden.
It's so tough to go. I don't want to follow, but again, look at
here
Johnny
it comes.
Walker.
Yes. He sent it. And a little contact between the 22 and the 1. Maybe sending a little statement.
Yeah, but that was clean. There was nothing dirty there. He just took his line away, and that's good, clean racing to me.
Now the 22 has the lead. It's definitely easier to run second, especially when you catch the lap traffic. And another rider down right in front of the leaders.
That was Cooper, went sideways there. He must have had some issues early on and is farther back for sure.
So your leader now is the 22 of Johnny Walker. The white flag is out. Walker got the lead on the last lap and is starting to pull away. Hart in second. That's good enough for the overall.
I don't think Tristan's going to worry about trying to get this win. So especially with all the lappers, Johnny Walker's got a clean track. He's got Cooper Abbott just in front of him, but who's running 8th, but having a tougher time for sure.
So Walker needs some bad luck for the 1. He needs to go out here and finish this lap strong, and hopefully somebody gets between himself and the 1 to try to get the overall. I think it's a little bit too late.
I do too. And again, Tristan Hart's a smart enough guy. He'll be fine. Johnny Walker's probably smart enough to know that, hey, this position will be good enough also.
Abbott going down 1 lap right there, trying not to, but he does. Walker wins the 3rd moto.